Good evening and welcome to the 9th Next Day Air FSTS graduation of 2023. We've graduated 119 supervisors so far, and tonight we celebrate the graduation of 15 more, and I couldn't be more proud of you guys. Each one of you guys brings something unique to the role that you're in. I hope this class has shed some light on some of the things that you guys need to do to be more effective at your already tough but most important job out there on the front line. But now you guys face a difficult part. You have to take what we've actually taught you guys in the last 2 weeks and take it back to your operation. And it's very, very easy to fall back on old ways. I kind of equate it as going to the gym. You're going to go to the gym and you're going to work out the first couple of times, maybe the first couple of weeks. You're going to look in the mirror and you're not going to really notice a whole lot of gains. But you're going to start feeling a little bit better about yourself. Your work area is going to be kind of the exact same way. The first couple of weeks, you're really not going to notice anything, but if you stick with the skills that we have taught you guys here and you apply them to your operation on a daily basis, 5 or 6 months down the road from now, you're going to see a completely new operation. You guys can do it, but you have to remember to be dedicated to it. Now let's go ahead and review some of the things that we've covered over the last 2 weeks. Remember the difference between leading and managing, and how one's an appointed title and the other one's looked up to as a role model. You manage tasks, but you lead employees, and there's times that we need you guys to be both. Remember the importance of leading all your employees and not just 80%, because inclusion can create a workforce that is 50% more productive and unstoppable. Remember the importance of being fair and consistent, not lenient on your employees. Accountability works if it's administered correctly. It's designed to change behavior and not to terminate employees. Remember to engage with your employees. You need to build that special bond with each and every one of them. Your employees won't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Remember how important attitude is. And remember the things that we covered here in class aren't just UP lessons, they're life lessons as a whole. No matter where you are in life, start singing in the mud if you need to, and don't ever, ever ring that bell. The class wouldn't be the same if it wasn't for World Management Team coming in and giving presentations. I'd like to thank them for all their past presentations and their efforts going forward. I'd like to extend special thanks to Jeff Semenik and Jeff Sirota for their talking points. Jeff Semenik reinforces the importance of safety, retention, and relationship building with your employees. And Sirota talks about numerous items, and he tells you the results don't mean anything unless it creates a prideful work environment. I'd also like to thank Norman for all he does. Norman reinforces the importance of leading and managing. He stresses the importance of relationship building by bonding with you guys in the short 2 hours that he's here by learning everyone's names. He tells you to continue to build upon your own brand, to stay in school, and always sharpen your saw by reading and learning new things. Norman, thank you for all you do. I would also like to tell you guys that long after graduation, RD and I will be here for your support. We want you to be as successful as your management team does. So if you guys ever have any concerns or issues, please don't hesitate to reach out for us, and we'll get you guys the help that you guys need. I'm now going to turn the podium over to RD, who continues to be a huge asset to FSTS. RD?
Good evening. I would first like to thank the Worldport Management Team for sending us their supervisors, for without which we would not be able to do what we do class to class. To Class 13. You all should be very, very proud of yourselves for everything that you've accomplished in this course. The amount of unity that you guys shared almost immediately was very respectable. It was very surprising. Take that out into the operation with you. Take unity out to the operation with you, and the same unity that you guys experienced in this class. Get your people to experience that in your operation. Keep inviting people to your table. Keep inviting people to your table, and when you run out of space at your table, get rid of the table and grab some more chairs. A few things I want to talk to you guys about. We starts with I. Inspect yourselves daily. Go over yourselves daily. Check yourselves daily so that you can bring out the best in you, so that you can bring out the best in the people around you. Second, stay vulnerable. You guys were very vulnerable to learning in this class, and that is exactly how you need to be. Stay vulnerable and never, ever be afraid. Fear is a choice. We get to choose whether we're going to be afraid of something or not. And there's going to be so many chances or opportunities in life and in the operation where you're only going to be able to make one choice. Don't let that choice be fear. Okay? All right. That is all I have. So with no further ado, let's go ahead and start our graduation. Gerrod. Gerrod scored a perfect test score. He was on the winning competition team and was voted most improved. Congratulations, Gerrod.
Good evening. My name is Gerrod Johnson. I work in the small sort secondary. I would like to thank my management team, John McSwain and Tyler Burden, for allowing me 2 weeks to participate in FSTS. Of the many things that I've learned in FSTS over the past 2 weeks, the most important thing to me was how all the operations worked. You never really know what's going on everywhere else if you haven't been there. I would like to thank everybody that participated in this class. Y'all played a huge role on my most improvement. Y'all taught me to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Thank you.
Brent. Brent scored a perfect test score. Congratulations, Brent.
Good evening. My name is Brent Sherrard. I work on the Wing C ramp. I would like to take this time to thank my management team, Matt Murphy, Shane Miller, and Mike Perkins, for allowing me the opportunity to attend FSTS. Over the past 2 weeks, I learned many things. Of those, I feel the most important is that supervisors should not only have great management skills, but they should also remember to be great leaders. As leaders, we have the opportunity to influence, motivate, coach, mentor, and provide direction for our people. A good leader creates an inclusive working environment. A good leader holds his people accountable, develops and trains employees, and has fair and equal expectation, and builds relationships. As we go out to our work areas, remember, be caring, competent, and credible. Leader is an acronym, and management is about systems, and leadership is about people. Thank you.
Jonathan. Jonathan scored a perfect test score. Congratulations, Jonathan.
Good evening. My name is Jonathan Stevenson. I work in one-day small sort secondary. I would like to thank my full-timer Tyler Hundley and manager Jonathan McSwain for allowing me 2 weeks to attend FSTS. Of the many things I learned, the most important to me is how much I now value my job here as a frontline soup. Because I learned how much of an effect I can have as a soup with all my people and the operation I'm in control of, and how much I can affect all of that daily. We hold in our hands the image of UPS, and it is not a responsibility that I take lightly. Thank you.
Olivia. Olivia scored a perfect test score. Congratulations, Olivia.
Good evening. My name is Olivia Licerio, and I work in 1DA Building 1. I would like to thank my management team, Mike Vaughn and Danielle Summit, for allowing me these 2 weeks to attend FSTS. Of the many things we have gotten to learn, I feel like the most important thing is inclusion. The reason it's important is because everyone needs to feel welcome and involved. I would also like to thank RD and James for opening many doors of opportunity for me and my fellow graduates. Thank you.
Paul. Congratulations, Paul.
Good evening. My name is Paul Tchamake. I work on the Wing E ramp. I would like to thank Gerrod Wolf, Steve Gumble, Justin DeRose, and especially Jen Peterson for allowing me to attend FSTS for these 2 weeks. Of the main things I've learned, the most important thing I learned was building relationships with not only my employees, but with everyone around Worldport, from the guards at the guard shack, the admins in the hubs, even the drivers rush and run out. This class was fun, engaging, informative, and worthwhile, all due to the FSTS Vice Duo, R.D. Owens, the Herminator, James Herman, and to you guys. I really appreciate you guys so much. You guys helped me grow, and I hope we can continue this relationship outside of this. Thank you.
Trevor. Trevor was a Knowledge Bee winner, scored a perfect test score, and was elected the Jim Casey Legacy Award winner. Congratulations, Trevor.
Good evening. My name is Trevor Tatum. I work in the Next Day Worldport Freight Facility as a cover supervisor for months E through G. I would like to thank my management team, Dave Revis and Lisa Reed, for allowing me the opportunity to attend FSTS for 2 weeks. Of the many things that I've learned here, I feel that the most important is inclusion and relationship building. And that goes for all of my employees and all of my fellow supervisors. The reason I feel that this is so important is everybody has a story. And knowing that story allows all of us to not only know how to work with them and deal with them, but also just how to talk with them like they're just another human, because we all are. And this also allows you to have a more inclusive environment and make everybody feel a lot more welcome. Thank you.
Sarah. Congratulations, Sarah.
Good evening. My name is Sarah Curtis. I work in secondary small sort. I would like to thank my management team, Karen Barrera and John McSwain, for allowing me 2 weeks to attend FSTS. Over all the things that I've learned these past 2 weeks, I think the most important thing that I learned was how to make my area more inclusive. Our area should feel like a family. Our people are extremely important to us, and they deserve to feel like they belong. I would also like to thank everybody in here for the great time we had at FSTS. You all mean a lot to me, and you guys have taught me a lot throughout these past 2 weeks, things that I'll take for the rest of my life. Thank you.
Tyler. Congratulations, Tyler.
Good evening. My name is Tyler Green. I work in the one-day Wing Bravo ramp. I would like to thank my management team, Carrie Timberlake, Corey Nagunya, and Brie Gillespie, for allowing me to take 2 weeks to attend FSTS. And I would like to thank R.D. Owens and James Herman as well for also allowing me to be here. All the things that we learned in FSTS, they were all important, but to me, the most important thing is the power of your voice. We all, at the beginning, not all, most of us at the beginning of class said that we were nervous or scared to get up in front of everybody and talk. And now look at us. We're graduating. We pulled together and persevered, came out on top. I want to give all you acknowledgement for that, so good job. There's an example I want to use about voice, and it does involve RD. The third day of class, we went over a policy, and my table was reviewing it, and it was my turn to get up, but the rest of my table had already said everything I was going to say. RD told me to get up anyways and say the same thing, repeat it. Something that I said, or the way I say it, could change somebody else's perspective on it. So, that being said, I want you all to go out there and use your voice and change somebody's life, because you all changed mine. Thank you.
Kayla. Kayla had a perfect test score. Congratulations.
Good evening. My name is Kayla Catlett. I work on 1DA Wing B ramp. I would like to thank my management team, Corey Nagunia, Bree Gillespie, and Carrie Timberlake for allowing me 2 weeks to attend FSTS. I would also like to thank RD and James for teaching me so many wonderful things in FSTS. Out of the many things that I've learned in this class, one of the important things that has stuck with me is inclusion. It has always been something that I have strived for, and because of this class, I'm able to take it back with me and put it into practice. Every employee has something that makes them different. While keeping this in mind, it is important to talk to each employee daily, build a relationship, figure out what is unique about them, talk about it, and celebrate it daily. I am so grateful to have had the opportunity to spend these last 2 weeks with each of you guys. I can't wait to see and hear what you all achieve in this life, and I know you guys are capable of doing that. Thank you.
Kelsey. Kelsey was voted best dressed and had a perfect test score. Congratulations, Kelsey.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kelsey Greenwell. I work over on Grade Lane, Building 3. I'd like to take a moment to thank my management team, Melvin Lewis, Tanisha Tinsley, and also Jason Harden for giving me a chance in the first place. I'd also like to thank James Herman and RD for being amazing teachers and teaching us as much as they could. Of the many things I've learned, I believe building relationships and maintaining relationships is the key. Management is about systems, leading is about people, as we've all been taught. In order to be a good leader, you must always take care of your people. I hope to continue growing myself and my career here at UPS. Thank you, guys.
Payge. Payge had a perfect test score. Congratulations.
Good evening. My name is Payge Arnold. I work at the North Core C for Next Day Air. I would like to thank my management team, Amber Nunn, Timmy Smith, and Abby Hackney, my current supervisor that co-signs with me that has been taking over for me. I would like to thank everybody that gave me the opportunity to come here. I would like to thank RD and Pee Wee for as much crap as I've given them, for being so encouraging, teaching us so many things that I wouldn't have thought I would have taken out of this class. I know when I first came in, I was like, oh crap, this is going to be like school all over again. I was just starting school, thought this would be the same thing, and it turns out it's really not. It's a great way to meet people. It's a great way to meet other supervisors that are in different areas and learn what all they do, and that impacts us during the night. Learning that it's important to network with your people, learning what makes them tick, learning just little daily things that can impact everybody and even our employees. Making sure that you are taking better care of yourself, as I know I need to do better of, and I'm sure everybody else here does, because that's what's the most important. If you're not ready for your people, they're just going to struggle, and they're just going to notice it. So, thank you.
Doug, congratulations.
Good evening. My name is Ray Fry. I work one day on Wing A ramp. I want to thank my building manager, Tyler Sawville, for giving me the opportunity to come out here these past 2 weeks to FSTS. I also want to thank my full-time supervisors, Scott Minot, for promoting me and allowing me this opportunity to lead, and Taylor Boston for pushing me out of my comfort zone every night and to always strive to be better. I also want to thank the FSTS team of James Herman and R.D. Owens for this opportunity to learn with and from you, and especially with R.D. for your counsel and words of wisdom at the times I struggled. I also want to thank my partner supervisors, Matt Newton, I valued you as a supervisor and as a mentor, and Andy Spalding for gently correcting me and guiding me anytime I need to be ego checked. I also want to thank Trey Matlock for not just being a great friend, but also an amazing mentor. Go Team Water Buffalo. Of the many things I learned during FSTS, some of the things that stood out to me are the importance of relationships, not just with our employees and area peers, but the relationships we make outside of our immediate operation. I also learned to value perseverance and being able to fail without treating that as failure in and of itself, but an opportunity to learn from and accept the lessons we can to grow and be better. We only truly fail as leadership when we stop learning And lastly, I've learned as a leader, it's incredibly important to remember that the real result and reward of our efforts should be the positive impacts we have on our people, our peers, and our area. Thank you.
Seth was voted best dressed, had a perfect test score, and was part of the winning competition team. Congratulations, Seth.
Good evening. My name is Seth Nelson. I work in the one-day Wing H Building 4 feeder unload. I would like to thank my management team, Rosalind Hambrick and Josh Dean, for the support during the past 2 weeks of FSTS. I've learned a lot during my time here, and the thing that resonated with me was how we build our relationships with our people, with our coworkers, with our management team. It's the core foundation of us as people. And I truly want to appreciate James and RD for the investment they have put into us and the help along the way. If I could come back and take this class with them again, I wouldn't hesitate. Thank you.
Addison, congratulations.
Good evening. My name is Addison Greenwell. I work in one-day Wingy Outbound. I would like to thank my management team, Dominique Williams, Jared Moore, and Justin DeRose, for allowing me 2 weeks to attend FSTS. One of the many things that I learned, I feel the most important is relationships. Relationships are important because they form the foundation of trust between an organization and their supervisor. When workers feel respected for their contributions, it leads to success. They tend to reciprocate this respect with hard work and loyalty. It creates an effective team that has confidence. Valuing your workers is key to having a healthy work environment. Thank you.
Landon, congratulations.
Good evening. My name is Landon Pierce. I work in next day Wing A Unload. I would like to thank my management team, Tyler Solwell, and my full-timer, Kevin Hoffman, for allowing me the 2 weeks to attend FSTS. I would also like to thank my class and RD and James for being kind, friendly, welcoming, and respectful. I've learned many things from this class, but the one thing I feel is the most important is communication. It's important because the connections and the foundation of a great relationship, friendship, partnership, it is bringing us all together through communication. Thank you, and thanks to the class of 2023.
And now with tonight's legacy is Trevor. Trevor?
Good evening. I would like to thank all of my classmates for nominating me to be the legacy speaker tonight. I would also like to thank Herman and RD for an amazing 2 weeks at FSTS. An excerpt that I feel like that speaks to me not only as a supervisor but as a leader is this. Yes, I know conditions prevented our doing better, but let's quit making excuses for ourselves. Determined people make conditions. They do not allow themselves to be victim of them. Everybody has and will make mistakes in here. And there are two ways that we can view those mistakes. We can find a reason that caused that mistake and blame it solely on that fact. For example, in my building, we pulled that can late and had a load delay because I didn't have enough employees. This reason sounds great to the people that are making the excuses and that don't want to grow from that mistake. All they are worried about is finding the reason that it wasn't their fault. The other side are the people that know the reason and learn and grow from that mistake. The situation is not, I don't have enough employees, but they ask themselves and look at the area and ask, how can I better utilize my employees? Yes, everyone will have to work harder, and some will have to take on more responsibilities. But in the long run, when staffing does go up, you don't have to worry about having somebody call in. You're already covered, and you've been through that situation before, and your area will run smoothly. Because of this, you know that your area and your crew has been there before, and you know how to have a successful operation. Thank you.
Trevor, great job. Class, you chose well. Class 13, FSTS Class 13, you owe yourself a big round of applause. Brent, thank you very much for your services. Cheyanne, good luck going forward. We miss you. Lisa, Dave, thank you very much for showing up. Graduation's over. Let's go have some fun, guys.